here she was in September singing a very different tune while the investigation was ongoing. Listen.
Well, first, we understand and agree that this has been an incredibly heart-wrenching issue. We've watched the photos of Haitians gathering under a bridge, many with families, and the horrific video of the CBP officers on horses using brutal and inappropriate measures against innocent people. I think it's important to address that and separately address what our immigration policies are and understand that people are combining them, but that's why I asked that question.
Brutal and inappropriate. So it's fine for her to say that before the investigation is complete. But when asked if she will now apologize since they've been exonerated, she will not do it. She completely dodges, as has the president. The president said someone will pay and accused them of strapping the migrants, which is not at all what happened. And there's absolutely no willingness to own up to what they did and said. Brandon.
Yeah, there's very few things that get my blood pressure up than hearing things like this, just flat out lies. When she says that there's an investigation by DHS, she's lying. It's CBP OPR that is doing the investigation now. When Peter Doocy asked her about what President Biden said, President Biden accused those agents of a criminal act, not an administrative act, a criminal act. They have been cleared criminally. They've been compelled to give a statement. Once they are compelled to give a statement, they can no longer use that against them criminally. The criminal charges are now gone. There are no criminal charges. The president owes those agents an apology because he accused them of a criminal act. I would say that Jen Psaki also accused them of a criminal act when she says that their actions were brutal. That would also go into criminality. She also is unwilling to issue an apology because, again, to issue an apology would mean that they were wrong. This administration refuses to take any responsibility for anything that it does, regardless of whether they're accusing law enforcement of something or economic issues, Department of State issues. They refuse to take responsibility for anything. And that's part of the reason why this country is in the state that we're in right now.
This is the continuation of the discussion I was having with Glenn Greenwald about a media, and in this case, politicians who create a false narrative about somebody low on the power totem pole and then don't take any accountability for what the consequences of what they have done. So in this case, they took video of Border Patrol agents trying to control migrants who were rushing the border and in no case whipping anybody. They had reins of horses that they were twirling to try to control their horses, and it got spun out of just a thin air into they were whipping the migrants. And even the Reuters reporter who was taking the photographs said that's not what the photographs show. You're not reporting the right stuff. And yet here, just to remind folks, is an example of what we heard from the media at the time. It's short, soundbite 6.
I was not aware that whips, which come from the slavery era, were part of the package.
We saw that image of at least one Border Patrol agent using a whip.
Potentially as a whip?
Even appearing to whip.
No accountability. And those agents' lives were essentially ruined.
Well, and that's the reason why the Biden administration is willing to go out and tell lies, because they know that they're going to be covered by the mainstream media. The mainstream media is never going to hold him accountable. And if they don't hold him accountable, he's going to continue to tell lies to the American public because that's what his base wants him to do. But let's set the stage. Let's let all of your viewers and listeners understand what this situation was. There were 10,000 people under a bridge that the Biden administration caused. They caused this problem. There were 10,000 people under the bridge. All of these people thought that they were going to be released into the United States. The message was getting out that they were going to be sent back to Haiti. And so it was a powder keg. DPS, it was so bad that DPS had to deploy hundreds of resources down to that bridge. Those agents on horseback were specifically told to go to the river and stop anybody else from crossing and getting into that group. Those were the orders that they were given. And by the way, they were given those orders while Secretary Mayorkas was there. Secretary Mayorkas is part of the administration. Secretary Mayorkas has complete and total control over DHS, which would include CBP and the Border Patrol. Those agents did exactly what they were ordered to do, and those orders were legal. and they were humane. They were just trying to keep people from crossing and getting into that group to create a bigger problem that what already existed that this administration created. But of course, because the images then come out and the administration is now embarrassed, they then blame the agents for some sort of wrongdoing when they did everything absolutely correct. And of course, the mainstream media then justified the president's decision to accuse those agents of a criminal act.
So are the high fuel costs putting a damper on your summer vacation plans? Starting to get a little worried? Many people are. From higher prices at the pump to a jump in airfare, it's getting more expensive to get away for a week. But what if you could soak up those vacation vibes year round in your own backyard? Get yourself a Michael Phelps Swim Spa by Master Spas. Whether you want to stay close to home this summer or just want to extend your break, a Michael Phelps Swim Spa by Master Spas can transform your backyard into an oasis. It combines the benefits of a pool with the therapy of a hot tub. Michael Phelps Swim Spas by Master Spas have a water current so you can swim, you can do aquatic exercises, you can just have fun with your kids who will love it. The water buoyancy will relieve pressure on aching joints. It's a great way to exercise if you can't take high impact. Enjoy pure relaxation in the massage therapy suites of the Swim Spa. This will reinvent your family time. You're going to love it. Your family and friends will too. Michael Phelps Swim Spas by Master Spas come in a variety of sizes that will complement almost any yard, even if it's a teeny tiny one. And since it's heated, you can use it year round in any climate. Think about doing the laps out there in the snowy winter months. Michael Phelps Swim Spas are 100% made in the USA by Master Spas, the world's largest swim spa manufacturer. Go to masterspas.com, put in the promo code MK to save $1,000 on a Michael Phelps Swim Spa or $500 on a Master Spas hot tub. Masterspas.com, promo code MK. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.